in a while, but because of this, not so good foot, and I know you can't see because light problem. Either way, I'm going to actually be making a specific kind of oil for Lilith, and it's quite it has quite a lot in it, but each specific thing has its purpose, and it's a kind of an oil that's kind of similar to Jezebel oil in a way, but the whole idea is just like I do what I please. No, you ain't stopping me. How about you do this for me instead? Good boy. Kind of energy to it. So it can be kind of used like a love oil, intimidation oil, man dominator oil, self empowerment oil, anything along those lines. And everything that I have over here in this lovely hot mess has something to do with it. Now I'm using both oils and actually dried herbs and a few gemstones. The base oil that I used is avocado. I know you can't see it because it's in the bottle. Avocado oil with olive oil with rosemary oil in it as well. Already right off the bat, you have avocado, which is a plant that is known to be very beautifying and lusting, as well as it being a sacred plant to the Egyptians. And the olive oil, well, immortality and youthfulness, that's one part of it, as well as the rosemary, which is Rosemary does what she pleases, and you don't tell her no, no matter what. First off, right the bat, I'm going to start off with. I'm going to start with clove. Clove is a feisty little thing. And sometimes, even when you're in those cases, you gotta be feisty. Like, oh, really? Oh, you think I'm gonna lay down because you cry to God? Nah. In fact, that just makes you look pathetic, kid. Has that bit of sass to it. Next is, well, you can't see that well because it's cut off a little, but next is cardamom. It can be the whole thing, but I prefer the powder. I like to call it the succubus herb. Okay. Yeah, it smells sweet and it's captivating to me, so I don't know what else to tell you, but deal with it. I'm putting it into a little more pesky. The next one we're going to pop in is a little bit of poppy seed. Why poppy seed? Huh? Poppy seed is known to make someone become unaware and to not in the physical reality anymore. It makes them kind of a little intoxicated, confused, and dazed, but not too much. Next, I'm going to add a little tiny piece of vanilla bean. Vanilla bean is a plant that is extremely well for self-empowerment, and at the same time, it is very suggestive, if you catch my drift. Sorry, we're all ladies here. Next is just going to be a little bit of lavender, and this is from France, so it's fancy. It's still potent. I got that thing, I got this big bag of it like 2 to 3 years ago, and it still has its potency to it. Next, now, depending on like what kind of energy you want to have it be focused with, it can change on the depending on the color you choose. But I'm adding rose petals, and the color the colors I'm going to use, is very dark. Like I don't even know if you can see it. It's that dark, like that dark black violet, like black velvet rose color. I know it's kind of sucks, when you don't have any power at the current moment because the light bulb is out and there's none at home, so you got to deal with it. And just for the heck of it, I'm gonna add one more rose petal because I'm getting Poke to do it. And this one's a little bit more, seeable, but it's still a bit of a like a magenta, dark, rosy color. The last plant I'm at, well, actually two more. Next one I'm going to add is just a little bit of this saffron. A weeny bit, not too much. Saffron, when it's mixed with any kind of mixture that is involving emotions or love or lust or anything like that, it quadruples its potency. Tested it myself, so you got to be really careful with it. And because it's so, not only because it's so expensive, but at the same time it's potent, you don't even need that much. Let's see if I can try doing this. Maybe this might, oh, okay, we can kind of see me now. Okay, I have one last. Next up, and the last one, is going to be some licorice root. Licorice root, oh licorice root, oh licorice root. It's pretty much, well, it's like the cousin of calamus root, but a little bit nicer. Calamus root is a bit of a, and tells you to do it and do it now. This one's like, honey, just make it easier on both of us and just let me have this. Just let me have my way. It's going to be easier for both of us. Thank you. That's licorice root. Calamus says, no, you do it. Okay? I'm not going to take that much off of it because I only just need a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to take my little rose quartz wand and I'm actually going to squish it with the tushy of it. So this is what I have so far. Whoa. Well, I can just say that she would be proud. And as I'm like squishing these little guys all together, of course, I'm going to say the intention in my head or out loud, whatever you deem fit, or whatever you want these little guys to do all together and accomplish. But I can say right now, this mixture that I made right in this very moment, I could probably even just not even put like all of this in there because that would make no sense. I'm probably going to just add a weeny tiny bit of it. Okay, that ought to do. Okay. No. I just took a moment to ask in my mind, hey Lilith, you want to come give me a hand with this? Nah. Sorry, Tootsie. Okay. So now you have the oil. Now I'm going to put in just a tiny bit of this. Not a lot. Because I have just enough that has everything in the little bit. Just going to plop it right in down there. Anything that decided to whiff will go right back in the pesty. Or Morty, or whatever the heck you want to call it. Now I'm going to make it easier on myself and then put the stones in next. I'm going to be putting in, first off, I don't know if it would be visible, a little piece of garnet. Garnet is a very suggestive, captivating redstone, which Lilith likes. a little feisty carnelian. Oh, not funny. It looks black from here, but deal with it. Tiger's Eye. Because Tiger's Eye is a stone that is, well, obviously feisty. Last but not least, I'm going to try and pronounce this one. Ruby Zerite? I can't pronounce it, but that one. Okay. Now you got your stones in there. Now, oils. I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It seems. Okay, first off, I'm going to add some cherry. Cherry oil. Cherry. I can say this, the cherry bark from the cherry tree was actually used to gain control and overpowering over, the one who decided to say, yeah, I'll take this one. Okay. Well, say hello to the leash then. Next up is patchouli. Patchouli. Not only does it smell like dirt, it is a quote-unquote motivator, if you know what I mean. And at the same time, too, it's also really good for grounding, so if someone's messing with you and use this oil, it's just like, oh, look at you being stupid. No, I'm not budging. I'm too grounded to give a shit, kid. I'm going to add just a few. Somebody's here. And I'm not talking about a person. Next is Cassia. Now you gotta be careful. If you have very sensitive skin, please don't use Cassia. Instead, completely just take it out. But anyhow, if you can withstand Cassia, kinky for you. Cassia is kind of like, it has like the cinnamon vibe to it, but is a little bit more focused on the, biting the kid. Or the poor soul that decides to, come towards whoever's wearing this. And the last two we're going to add is, this one likes to once in a while, so I'm going to just take that off first. Next one is Jasmine. Jasmine! Not only is it a very captivating scent, but Jasmine also is a man attractor and an intoxicator. And it also captivates and comforts with its scent. It also attracts higher spiritual love, if that's what you're fondling for. I'm losing my voice, oh well. Last but not least is Yanglang. Yanglang is an extremely, very, very, very naughty flower. Like, I wonder what you're doing tonight, Yanglang, you little nasty. To that end, I believe we have everything that needs to get stuck in there. And a lid under it, because I'm going to use it as a roll-on. So as you're mixing it. Just have your intention in your head. Perfect. Don't mind the voice. It's really good. Careful with this.